Hello and happy holidays. It's Shawnee. Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a look with a palette that I put together using a few of my single shadows. Now this is sort of like a winter wonderland sort of theme that I saw Lock Maiden do a video on. She created her own palette, did some beautiful looks, and I was like, I think I'm going to challenge myself to do the same thing. Now, Lock Maiden is such a lovely, lovely woman, and she's super sweet. She has a very soothing voice. Like, I sometimes feel like I'm just like loud and raspy and but she has a very soothing voice. So if you want to listen to someone talk very nicely and softly and do some killer looks, you definitely want to check her out. She's also just a very sweet person in general. She's often sending me encouraging words by text or like DM or anything, and I just really, really appreciate her, and her hair is amazing. So let me show you the palette. I have my shades in this black, empty, I guess no longer empty, magnetic palette that I got from TKB Trading. It holds 12 eyeshadow pans, and this is a variety of shades that I will be sure to tell you about when I do some swatches. But before I show you the swatches and give you the names and everything, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to put a look together and see what we come up with. So why don't we start with some eyeshadow base or primer. I think I'm going to use, hold on, I'm gonna reach for it. I'm going to use one of my paint base eyeshadow base from Colored Rain. Which one do I want to use? Okay, I think I'm going to use the deeper one. The deepest one that they have is called Desert Sand, and I will show you what that looks like. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. No, wait. I don't know what happened. I have like two mirrors right here, and I think I was trying to, yeah. Okay, so, hold on. 6 hits, okay. All right. Girl, trying to take me out. Okay, what I'm going to do is take this worker from the Fusion Collection by Sonia G. Make sure I don't have paint base in my eye. And let's try this again. I'm gonna put a little bit of, no, I'm not gonna put a little bit. Why is so much coming out? What's happening? Stop. It's not letting me be great. Gosh. All right, so I think I want to start with one of these deeper shades. Let me grab a brush. How about we use the Sonia G Detail. This is from the Fusion Collection. And I think I will start with this shade here. And I'm going to take that on the outer corner. So I'm still using that shade. I'm just picking up a mirror. Moved it out of the way because sometimes it will make the focus change or whatever. Now that we have that on, I want to go in with this deep shimmer right here. I'm gonna get that same brush and just start to place that on top of it. So not going to change it much, but I just want a richer color there. Ooh, that's cute. What if I was just like, and that's it? Here's the look. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm just wiping this brush off to get a little bit of that blue off of there. And why don't we now go into okay, I'm trying to decide between this shade and this shade. You're right, why not both? All right, so we'll start with this one. Same brush. And I'm going to start by putting that here. Thank you for that suggestion. Just gonna get all these colors on, and then we'll kind of play around with if there's like anything I want to change. So we did that one. Now I'm going to go in with this one here. I'm going to take this BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy 503 brush. I'm going to go into this shade here. And then I'm going to go into this shade here. Gonna go back into that first deep blue matte. I'm gonna go into this black shade, Blackest Black from Natasha Denona. It's just her matte black shadow. I want to make this a bit smokier, so I'm going to add a bit of this black just lightly on top of everything else. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to attempt to recreate on this eye. While I put on my bronzer and blush and everything, I'll go ahead and show you the swatches of the palette that I created. This first shade is Dream Big by Copacetic Cosmetics. It's one of their flakies. The next shade is X-Ray by Terra Moons. Next, we've got Heat Wave from Pretties for Your Face. The next shade is Vortex from Cleona Cosmetics. Next to that, we have Vespa from Copacetic. And in the last slot in this row, we have Moon Kissed from Terra Moons. In the second row, the first shade there is Siren Call from Sydney Grace. The next shade is another Sydney Grace shade, and it is Honeydew. Next to that, we have another copacetic cosmetic shade. It is named Rebirth. It's another flaky. Next to that, we've got Sydney Grace again, Sherbert. Another Sydney Grace. This is the shade #It'sABoy. And lastly is a shade from Terra Moons, and it is called Celestial. So, let me close that up. This is my Winter Wonderland palette. I've got a mix of Sydney Grace, Terra Moons, Cleona, Copacetic, and Pretties for Your Face. So here is the finished look. I feel like I'm giving you Winter Wonderland, Ice Queen. I said, brr, it's cold in here. Come on, you watch Bring It On. Don't tell me that you did not. Who else went to cheer camp? Nobody? Okay. So let me bring you in a little bit. I used the shades from the palette that I created, a bunch of single shades. You should have seen some swatches and names and everything already. I also went in with a bit of Pat McGrath. I used her blush in Paradise Venus and her highlighter in Golden Nectar. And then I went in with Colored Rain powder bronzer in the shade Mocha Queen. And on my lips, I just have a lip gloss from Milani from their Make It Full collection in the shade Rosewood. So, I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you're taking care of yourself, especially during the holiday season. It can be kind of tough for a lot of folks. So make sure that you are surrounding yourself with all the love and warmth and happiness that you possibly can. And if you don't have nobody to give that to you, you can have it from me. Make sure that you like the video, please. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.